Cartethyia is a 5-star arrow DPS who focuses on applying arrow erosion to enemies and building up her 3 swords. Her gameplay revolves around setting up with her basic attacks, skills, and intro skills to collect swords, then transforming into flutteries for heavy damage. Basic attacks apply 1 stack of arrow erosion and grants her a sword. Her heavy attack also grants a sword, but if you use her intro skill first, the sword from the heavy attack is granted automatically. Her skill applies 2 stacks of arrow erosion and grants another sword. You consume all the swords with her plunge attack, which buffs her flit release form. Her resonance liberation transforms her into flit release, where she deals massive arrow damage. When her Forte gauge is full, you can use resonance liberation again for a final ultimate attack before switching back. Her outro skill boosts arrow damage dealt by other resonators on the team when enemies have negative status effects, and her intro skill applies 2 arrow erosion stacks and summons a sword as well. Cartethyia also buffs healing and interruption to resistance for other resonators and increases damage based on arrow erosion stacks on enemies. Cartethyia scales up HP, unlike most other characters. Because her kit already grants high arrow damage bonus, a 4-4-1-1-1 echo spread works best, focusing on crit rate, damage, and HP percent. Her best set is Windward Pilgrimage for extra arrow damage and crit rate, but Gust of Vulcan is also a viable option if you don't have a Windward Pilgrimage set yet. Her main 4-cost echo is her signature sword from her boss drop, Reminiscence Flit Release, which gives unconditional arrow damage bonus and extra damage if the resonator is Cartethyia. For weapons, Divider's Thorn is her best choice, offering HP percent, defense ignore, and damage boosts tailored to her. Other options include Red Spring, Emerald of Genesis, Blazing Brilliance, and Flickering Valor. If none of these are available, the 3-star Guardian Sword is a decent alternative thanks to its HP percent passive. She also wants around 115 to 120 energy recharge to keep her abilities flowing smoothly. Let's talk about Cartethyia sequences and how valuable they are. S1 gives Cartethyia bonus crit damage when defeating enemies with arrow erosion. It's a nice bonus that helps her scale better, but not a must-have. Her S2 raises the max arrow erosion stack limit and boosts damage across her entire kit. It also reduces her need for arrow Rover, making it a great pickup. Her S3 is amazing, the best stopping point for most players if you're going for her sequences. This lets Flit Release apply arrow erosion herself, reducing reliance on teammates like Chiakona or Rover. Her S4 is also good. It boosts team-wide damage when teammates apply debuffs, but it is a bit situational. Useful, but not essential. Her S5 adds survivability with a one-time shield and lowers her HP cost, mostly a comfort pick, not important for damage. And her S6 is amazing. Her strongest sequence by far, of course. It removes the need to reapply arrow erosion during Flit Release mode and gives a massive 40% damage boost to Flit Release. Let's talk about Cartethyia's team comps. Cartethyia's best teammates focus on applying and boosting arrow erosion and arrow damage. Chiakona is the top off-field arrow erosion applier and boosts arrow damage for the team. Arrow Rover amplifies arrow damage and helps stack arrow erosion faster. But if you don't have Chiakona, Sonal offers a super fast rotation and buffs Cartethyia's basic attacks, which is most of her damage. Shorekeeper provides crit rate, crit damage, and damage amplification. Farina also adds damage buffs and has a quick rotation. Alto has arrow damage bonuses, though with a slower rotation, and Changli fits well in quick sub teams at high skill levels. And here are just some tips for Cartethyia. You can use your skill plus punch as your last setup before transforming into Flit Release for maximum damage. If you don't have Chiakona, switch back to Cartethyia to reapply arrow erosion stacks during Flit Release form for max damage. When Flit Release's Forte gauge is about 90%, use Resonance Liberation again, then basic attacks and skill on Cartethyia to rebuild stacks before swapping back and using the second ultimate. And you can mix up Flit Release's basic attacks, heavy attacks, and skill combos to maximize her damage. With the right team, Cartethyia is easily the best DPS in the game. Even without her ideal teammates, she remains a versatile and powerful main DPS with great rage. Unlike characters like Zani, she's flexible with many team comps. If you don't have Gion or another arrow DPS that you're using, I highly recommend getting Cartethyia.